If you have just set up your Google Ads account, but you're not getting any phone calls yet, then this video is for you. I will share what you should check and pay attention to before spending more money on Google Ads, so your campaigns start moving in the right direction and actually generate phone calls. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you have created a new Google Ads account and you want to generate phone calls from Google Ads, then in this video we're going to go through some of the ways of running Google Ads and what things you need to pay attention to before running Google Ads if your goal is to generate phone calls from Google Ads. Personally, I've managed Google Ads accounts for different service businesses and helped them generate thousands of phone calls using Google Ads. And this is one of our example account, and in the last 30 days, as you can see, we've generated 356 conversions and 610 phone calls. The number of phone calls can be more than the number of conversions because some people may call several times, and our goal is to calculate the unique number of conversions. So let's say if somebody calls 3 times, we can consider them one conversion because they're one user. And phone call conversions can be different depending on the criteria. And let's say in your case, you may consider phone calls more than 30 seconds as one conversion, or you can consider phone calls more than 40 seconds as one conversion. So these are those number of conversions, and these are the number of phone calls that happened in the last 30 days. And you can see the cost per conversion, and you can see the other metrics as well. Overall, that's how I help local service businesses generate phone calls. And you can see some more results from here where I've helped local service businesses to generate phone calls or form submissions using Google Ads. So let's get started. First of all, you need to identify your local competitors and add their business name as your negative keywords. So first of all, we would go to the keyword planner. So we're going to go to tools and the planning. We're going to go to keyword planner and click on discover new keywords. And from here, we're going to put our target keyword. Let's say your industry is plumbing. And as you can see, with one keyword idea, we have 725 keyword ideas available. So from here, if you go through this list, you can find some irrelevant terms and you can find some competitor terms. But this is for United States. If you're going to narrow down to your specific location, let's say for Los Angeles, and we're going to see that number for this specific location, and we can see the brand names from here as well, which means company names. A quick reminder, if you want to know how I got 2x more phone calls using 2 key strategies in Google Ads, click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. So we're gonna expand that and uncheck them all and only choose the brand names from here. As you can see, these are non-brands and we're gonna choose brand names from here. So we're gonna click on that. We're going to scroll down, and as you can see, these are all selected. And other brands, we're going to select them as well. And service names, we're going to uncheck them because that can include service names. And place, we're going to uncheck them as well. And scroll down. Again, we're going to uncheck drain, utility uncheck. And others sometimes can include brand names, and sometimes it might not include brand names. And that's why I'm going to keep it checked. And we're going to go through this 178 keyword ideas and make sure that we're going to find brand names, and we're going to extract brand names from here and add them as our negative keywords. So let's say we're going to select them all. We have selected 100 keywords out of 175. So let's say we're going to select 100 first. And this is our target keyword, which we have initially chosen. And we're going to uncheck that. And we're going to go through all of the rest of the keywords and make sure that we're going to choose only the brand terms and add them as our negative keywords. And this is one way of finding your competitor names, so you can add them as your negative keywords, so that in the future you may not get clicks from searches including your competitor terms or other brand names. And another way would be by opening a new tab and going to Google Map, and in your local area you need to find your competitors, and from there you can list those competitors and add them as your negative keywords as well. So there can be several ways of finding your competitor names and add them as your negative keywords before running your campaigns. With that way, you can increase your efficiency and you may not get irrelevant impressions or irrelevant clicks from the negative keywords that you have included. And the next thing on our list, you should go through your basic settings. For example, you need to check your auto apply settings. Otherwise, Google Ads may do some changes automatically without you knowing. For example, we're going to go to the recommendation section and we're going to go to auto apply section. And here you should have 0 out of 8 selected. And here 0 out of 14 select, which means Google Ads will not do automatic changes without your permission. And here, if we're gonna expand that, sometimes it can remove some target keywords, or sometimes it may think it is non-serving keywords and it can remove that, or it can even do some optimizations, add new keywords, add broad match keywords, which can lower the performance overall. So as you can see, there are different ways of automatic adjustments, and you need to uncheck them all. And the next thing, you need to go to the campaign section and click on this gear icon and make sure that these networks are unselected as well. So there can be sometimes search network, sometimes you can see also display network as well. So you need to make sure that both of them are unchecked, because the quality from those networks can be lower quality. And you need to make sure that you're getting clicks from Google's own search network, and you need to increase the quality of the traffic you're getting from Google. And the next thing in our list, you should focus on high intent keywords that can bring high quality phone calls to your business. So rather than choosing any generic keyword or targeting any generic keyword, such as, for example, plumbing, you should be choosing more specific keywords that can actually drive high quality phone calls. So we're going to select all of these keywords again. So we've selected all of these keywords. And let's say from these keywords, we need to select higher quality keywords. Rather than choosing plumbing, for example, we would choose emergency plumber near me, or plumbers near me, or plumbing services near me. So there can be lots and lots of options. And rather than choosing more generic and mixed intent keywords, I would suggest you to choose more specific and higher quality keywords. With that way, the quality of the traffic you are getting can have higher chance of converting more of those clicks. So let's say either you're getting phone calls directly from ads, or you're getting phone calls from the landing page, or you're getting form submissions from your landing page. The quality of the traffic you are getting from those specific terms can be higher compared to this generic type of keywords. So right from the start, whenever you're doing keyword research, you should focus more on the specific terms rather than any relevant terms in your industry. And the next thing, identify your key service terms and create separate campaigns or separate ad groups around those terms. So for example, here in the plumbing industry, we could create one ad group for emergency plumber near me, for let's say emergency services. And another ad group would be for just for plumbing services. So this is just for services, and this is for emergency, which means it can include also 24/7 services as well. And let's say another one would be water heater repair near me. So the third ad group would be water heater repair near me. Or you can create a separate campaign for those specific keywords. And with that way, your ad groups and campaigns can be more targeted, and you can create separate ad copies and even for them separate landing pages to increase relevancy. And if people see relevant headlines and descriptions for what they are searching on Google, there is a more chance that they can click on your ad. And if they find relevant terms on your landing page as well, there is a higher chance that they can convert. So that's how you can increase your relevancy and create separate ad groups and campaigns around your specific service areas. And from those service areas, try to include the services that can generate more ROI to your business, and try to create separate ad groups, campaigns, and landing pages for those specific service types. And the next thing on our list, make sure that the conversion tracking for phone calls is working properly. So we're going to go here. So from here, we can see the conversion tracking for phone calls. So we're going to scroll down. As you can see from here, this is, for example, calls happening from the ad. And again, it's the last 30 days. And as you can see, we have 269 phone calls. And we have also different conversion actions for phone call happening from the landing pages. Also, there is a form submission section, but we're not going to use that a lot because most of the leads are coming directly from phone calls. So you need to make sure that you have properly set up your phone call conversion tracking. And again, you can get phone calls directly from the ads, or people can visit on your website and they can call. So you need to track those conversion actions. Why we need this? Because we need to make sure that we should know the performance of specific keywords. For example, we need to know which keywords, ad groups, or campaigns are performing better than the other ones, so that we can give more budget towards those kind of keywords, ad groups, and campaigns. Or certain keywords might not be performing that good, so we need to limit their performance, or we need to, let's say, pause those keywords or reduce the budget from those keywords, for example. And with that way, you can make your optimizations by looking at your conversion tracking metrics. So that's why tracking conversions right from the start is really, really important, and you need to set up your conversion actions before running your campaigns. And the next thing is you need to work on your landing pages as well and focus on creating call focused landing pages. So let's imagine this is our landing page, and I'm going to see the mobile version of this one. And if you're going to click on that, for example, you can see for different devices. And let's say this is the mobile version of this landing page. And your landing page should be mobile optimized. So here with your landing page, you should have a clear, relevant headline and descriptions and call to action. For example, call us now, or you can have some phone number, or you can have your any call to actions immediately at the initial loading of the website. The landing page is also one of the most crucial factors of generating higher conversion rates in Google Ads. And with my own clients, I offer building their landing page for free, because with that way, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to build the landing page with my own way. Because otherwise, I need to rely on their poorly built landing pages. And even if you generate high quality traffic to that landing page, and if the landing page cannot convert those users, you can waste a lot of budget, and people may just visit your website and leave it because they may not have seen some relevant headlines or descriptions they were looking for. And the next thing on our list, you should start with manual CPC or maximize clicks before moving on to smart campaigns. So because if you have just started a new campaign, the cost per clicks can be really high. For example, if I'm going to show you these campaigns, and if you're gonna see all the enabled campaigns from here, as you can see, most of them are using now automated bidding strategies. Well, one of them is using maximize clicks, but at some point I've used manual CPC here. So for example, with this campaign, I used manual CPC because maximize conversions can bid for keywords, let's say 2 times, 3 times more until it gets some data, and it is normal for maximize conversions to bid really high for certain keywords. And let's say in your industry, the average cost per click for a single keyword, let's say $9. But maximize conversions can bid for those keywords $20, $25. And your overall cost per phone call can be really high as well with that way. But if you start with manual CPC and put limitations for, let's say, $9 or $10, Google Ads tries to limit the maximum cost per click amount around that range. So you can have much more control by using manual CPC or maximize clicks-based strategies. But let's say once you've generated some data, depending on your performance, you can decide whether to stay with manual CPC or maximize clicks, or if you want to change your bid strategy later, once you've generated some data, you can move on to maximize conversions or maximize conversions with target CPA bid strategies. But initially, you should be really careful when using maximize conversions, and your CPC can go really high because your overall cost per phone calls can be really high with that way as well. So these are some of the strategies that you can use for new Google Ads account if you want to generate phone calls from Google Ads. So again, guys, if you want to know how I doubled the number of phone calls using 2 effective strategies in Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls to your business using Google Ads, you can also click the link in the description below and apply to work with me, and I can help you manage your campaigns at an affordable rate. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching my video, and see you guys in my other videos.